It was like magic. It was like we drive out. It was me and my roommate, and we drive to this. We drive to this random old creepy skating rink, and it was BYOB. So we brought a 6-pack, and so we had our beers, and we get there, and they bring the lights down, and they have lights on this track laid out. And these girls come out and they're swinging chains and they have their face painted and they're roller skating in circles, and there's this like loud metal going, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm terrified of these people and they're amazing. And then they started playing, and they were, you know, these chicks are skating really fucking fast and they're beating the tar out of each other, and people would stack their beer cans along the sides of the track, and then when a girl would get hit, she would like slide out of the track and she'd slam into the beer can pyramids and beer cans would go flying. And I don't remember who won, I don't remember the names of the teams, I don't remember anything, but it was just like so magic and badass and amazing.
I went to a game and I was just like so enamored by it, and I just wanted to do it. Like I was like, I need to do this, and I couldn't skate. I didn't know how to skate like at the time, and I was like, okay, first I need to learn how to skate, and then I will play this game.
I went to my first derby bout back when I lived in Milwaukee, and I loved it. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like, I'd never heard of it before. And I found out about bank track, and I was like, what is this? And I went to my first bout, and I've been sold ever since. I didn't know what to expect, didn't know anything about the game, and then I saw all these really badass girls come out on skates and just start hitting the shit out of each other. And then they had like beer leaders, and for halftime we would like chug a beer and do chants, and I was like, this is my scene.
And my friend at work just asked me one day if I wanted to play roller derby. She's like, you seem kind of mean, you want to play roller derby? It's like, I don't know if I like that or not, but yeah, that sounds like fun. So I knew I liked aggressive sports from playing rugby and being in mosh pits. I kept hearing about roller derby. I knew right away, I was like, hell yeah, this is hardcore.
My first game, I just thought, oh my god, am I going to be able to do this? Like, there's a pillow fight happening right in front of me, and her ass just kind of came out of her pants. Like, am I really going to be able to do this?
It took me 3 times trying out to actually get in, but it's like, I am thankful for that time. I got to skate with all the teams as an alternate, so it's like, it was a good thing that I got punched down so many times.
I was training for a marathon and I hurt my knee here in Austin. And my doctor was like, you need to start cross-training, you need to do something different. And I was like, roller skating. And he's like, yeah, that's low impact.
The basic rules are pretty simple. You have 2 skaters from each team known as the jammers, and they have a star on their helmet. And basically all they have to do is lap their opponents, and there's going to be 4 blockers on each team on the track, and every skater she passes is worth 1 point. And that's really the super short version. And then there's other rules about no out of bounds, no elbowing in the face, no kicking, no punching, but it all does happen. So as a ref, you have to sort of figure out at what point you're like, you know what, that was fine. I mean, yeah, she's bleeding a little, but it's not that much.
Hard-hitting women that have confidence, that's fucking scary. Like, that's a scary fucking thing. And to do it on skates, on incline, that's even crazier. Like, who would think to do that? And then you just go out and you do it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can do this. How? That's empowering.
It's just really intense. We get competitive. We have strategies we implement. We have plays we implement. This is a thing that we do train for.
There's some stereotypes with like bank track people that they think like, oh man, they're crazy, they throw elbows, they don't follow any rules or whatever.
Yeah, we're all very serious athletes. If you put in more of your actual body into the game, you'll definitely get more back from it. So it's cross-training, and it's skating, obviously, and then sometimes we do yoga, and sometimes we go run, and sometimes we swim. So the athletics, we've taken the athletic side of it more seriously in the last probably 4 or 5 years.
But being able to do roller derby really challenges you still. You can get good at it, but you're still not there. Like, there's always something that you can improve on and just get better at, and it's phenomenal.
It's a it's different. If you think about dance, and dance is a performance oriented thing that requires a whole lot of physical training. And a ton of discipline, and it's super challenging, and it's very specialized. I would almost liken the performance aspect of Derby more to dance in that way, in that performance is a really important part of it, and part of your athletic training is to enhance that performance.
I think really it boils down to the fact that skate names are a fantastic example. Every skater has the skate name that she goes by, you know, so whether you have Rolla Parks or Marty Brawl or Prissy Galore, you know, whatever skate name, you get to choose your personality. You get to choose who you want to be versus like, oh, I'm Sarah, I'm Becky, I'm Matt. Like, it's so much more freeing, and it doesn't...
My derby persona? I haven't really figured it out yet. I always thought I'd be like really mean and like in everybody's face, but every time I go up there I'm so happy. I'm just like like I'll laugh and I'll say sorry to people. I'm like, I always thought I was this like mean, aggressive person. Like I've always done like kickboxing and like all I want to do is hit things, and then I'm like so happy to hit things that I can't get the smile off my face. So I haven't really figured out if I'm gonna try and tone that down or not, but we'll see.
I don't really feel like I put on a persona. It's like I'm a little more of everything that I kind of already am, but it's like it gives you license to just do whatever. Like there's a lot of pictures of me, like if a jammer gets out and they like beat me, I will like chase them and just like scream at them, like, or like bark at them. There's like, we went to Jantastic and there's this picture of me, like I'm in this weird stance and I'm like laughing, and I was like, oh, that's after I barked at that girl.
But my girlfriend tells me, she says, everything that you do on the track, you do it so big. So if I'm gonna knock somebody down, I will knock them into the bitches.
I'll flip over the rail. If I think someone's watching, I will totally do flips over the rail just to get attention. We'll do weird little whips. We have pillow fights, we have tug of wars, we have arm wrestling. My co-captain, Leica Boss, is our undefeated arm wrestling champion. What else do we have? We have a pillow fight champion on our team. So we've got some bad bitches. I love them all.
Oh, we're way more fun. Like, way more awesome. Getting fights all the time, but it's never like an actual, oh, my team, you kicked your team ass. It's always, oh, you took the last beer or something. It's just, we are better. I don't want to say we're better, but we're better. We're just more fun.
I enjoy the intensity. I enjoy the energy. I enjoy getting to I've watched football, I've watched baseball. You get that same sort of, but football doesn't have pillow fights.
They don't take it seriously. They're like, oh, you're a roller derby league. Like, no, we're a business that our product is roller derby. Take us fucking seriously.
A lot of people think like girls do it so they can just like skate around in fishnets and be flashy, and like, no, that's not what it is at all. We just want to hit some bitches and have a good time.
I mean, my grandmama will never come to a game because she thinks that she's gonna bust up in the middle of the track when somebody hits me or into the rail or something. She's like, nobody touches my baby. And she always tells me, just don't get hurt. And I'm like, you don't know about my 2 separated shoulders and my fractured rib and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna tell you about the giant bruise I have on my ass.
Being injured sucks. You know, when you have a whole lot of big personalities, everybody's not going to be best friends, and so there are people you don't click with that you have to just learn to coexist with, which is a great life skill, but it sucks. Being hurt sucks because you get hurt. Like, you're in derby, it's not if, it's when you get hurt. keep my gear up to date so that I don't get hurt, you know.
You ready?
Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever done with my entire fucking life. Are you kidding me? This is the greatest thing that I've ever done. I would never change this for anything. My mom will give me shit because she's like, the longer you skate, your legs are gonna fall off or you're not gonna be able to walk when you're old. I'm like, I probably won't be able to walk when I'm old anyways. It's true. Like, how many 60-year-old people do you know that are like, my shoulder hurts? I'm like, why does your shoulder hurt? They're like, because I did this a lot when I was younger. Well, fuck you. My back hurts because I got into a pile up with 5 other fucking 200-pound girls that were trying to kick my ass and I still won. My story's better. I win. So yes, derby is worth it every single day. When it makes me cry, when it makes me happy, it is worth it every single day.
To get on a rink in front of 3,000 people and my butt's falling out and my boobs are hanging out and my family's in the crowd and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. And I'll go around flipping everybody off and I don't care. Like, it's just, it gives you this certain empowerment and this certain confidence that you don't get other ways.
A lesson that I'm actually still continuously learning is just to like completely like go through any fears I have, like physically on the track. Like, one of the things I've been working through is mentally like not being afraid when I see like one of the bigger blockers who I know is gonna hit me hard and I know they're really good and I know they're gonna get me, instead of like hesitating, being like, I just fucking go through them and I either take the hit or figure out a way to get around it. And I started doing that kind of in life with like any problems that I have. I'm like, instead of just kind of like dancing around the issue, now I'm like, you know what? No, I gotta just go deal with this.
So I have learned to bite my tongue or watch what I say or be more considerate, or, you know, just because you have so many different people from so many different walks of life, you can say one little thing and they explode, you know. So it's like, I don't know, just getting to know people and being sensitive to people. I think that being in roller derby has helped me with.
I finally found who I was as a person. I came out to my family. I felt accepted as a person. I loved my body for the first time, like, in my entire life. And so I thank derby for all of that.
Played for 10 years and it's pretty much what I do. I play roller derby and I own a derby shop. So I put kind of my other life on hold. Started it 5 years ago, so we've been, it started really small in my garage as kind of a side thing and then realized how much I loved it. Quit my job as a landscape architect. Opened a shop about 3.5 years ago. It's the most insane thing I ever did. And now I love my job every day that I go to work. So it's really cool. It's very, very challenging. And I would have never had the confidence or support group if I had not joined roller derby. So.
I mean, it's a whole family aspect to it. I mean, it does like completely pretty much take over your life. And I'm planning like my whole like next year around it. And that comes from once you get on that track and you play with these girls who just like in a matter of hours become your family. Like, you really fall in love with it. Never want to be away from it.
Our league is really, really welcoming, and to be welcomed with such open arms by a bunch of weirdos is kind of cool. I mean, it's like the sport for weirdos. Like, you don't fit in anywhere else. Here, come here, we'll take you.
The reason I couldn't be a ballerina was because I was too tall. And then I got hips and curves, and then, I mean, that just like, there's no way. And then playing roller derby, they embrace your size, your shape, your whoever you are. Like, it doesn't matter. Your weirdness, your awkward little quirks, like everything. We're all like, I feel like we're all the misfits.
Like, we all get along because like we don't generally get along in like other social scenarios.
I don't think I've met a more diverse group of people ever in my entire life, and that's even going to Texas Tech University for 4 or 5 years. You know, it's just like, I never thought that I would ever be associated with all the badass chicks that are here. Doctors and lawyers and engineers and you know, just all sorts of cool shit. You know, all the way down to the baristas and the jewelry makers, and it's just badass. We even have an erotica editor who just made the league. Like, she edits erotica for a living. Like, that's like the coolest shit ever.
There's no mold for us in general, and that's kind of why so many of us like find this to be our home is because there isn't an expectation of you, and whoever you are, whether we agree or not, we still support you and respect you and will uphold you.
We want to support tough chicks, so it's like we think we support each other and like you can do fucking anything, like, and we want to, if anybody has anything that they need help with, it's like everybody's there to step in and help.
There's a larger derby community. There's like 1,500 leagues across the world at this point, when in 2001 there was one, which was our league. So anywhere you go, there's a derby girl. Anytime I go out of town, I run into another derby girl at a bar.
I've had girls come and stay with me because I know a skater in LA and she calls me and says, hey, my friend's in town, can she stay with you? No questions, like, you're a skater, I'm gonna take care of you.
And this is the place that we all come to and we all become family. We're all here with like one singular big goal in mind, which is to play derby. And everyone knows, like, you leave your problems at the door. If you're not, I mean, you can take it out on people a little bit, but that's when you hold on to it and you get it into here, so.
I don't know, you get connected so easily, and like the names and the teams, and like you can find someone who like looks a certain way or skates a certain way, and you're just like, yes, this is what I want. This is what I want right now. I'm a fan of theirs, and then it grows from there, and just like you find that team, or you find this league, or you just find the sport in general, and just you stay.
I've never been as close with anybody, really, as I am with, like, these 80 fucking people.
So that's how we roll. We roll deep. We all have puta tattooed on in our lips, actually. So we do that as a team. Like, we're like a big dumb gang, basically.
But I mean, I think that the most irritating stereotype is assuming that we're all really mean and really mad all the time. We're not. We get to hit our friends. That makes us feel better.
You're in this league with people that, like, they're your friends, like, they're your league mates, but they're also your friends, but they're your competitors, so it's like you want to, like, kick their ass, but you also don't want to, like, hurt them. Like, so it's like, we're a little rough and tumble, but it's like,
different personalities resonate with derby in different ways, and I think that's another reason why it's so popular, especially in Austin, where people try to let their freak flag fly, is people can identify with different things about.
No, you need to come to roller derby, like my roller derby, because it will change your life. And no matter what, if you are coming and you're interested in trying out, or you're coming just as a spectator, you just want to see the fights, you just came for the sport, then it's going to change your life somehow.
I would think if anybody has an interest in roller derby and you're like, oh, I've never skated, I don't know if I'm going to be good at that, it's like, you can't start with less experience than I started with. So it's like, you can gain so much experience in a short amount of time. And so just try it. Like, don't let anything stop you.
Yeah, TXRD. 1,